Did you guys ever see that video of like this little girl and she's like naming the planets and she's like Venus, Mars, Uranus, and she goes, my anus.
That's cute.
Mom goes, no, Uranus, my anus. Oh,
cute.
my anus.
My anus.
Say you listen, but you're missing what it's all about. Rise up now. If you never fall, you don't change at all. Cry.
Welcome to another episode of Yeah, No, I Know. But before we get started, a little disclaimer. Nothing in this podcast is being claimed as fact. Most everything discussed here are our own individual personal opinions, beliefs, and experiences. We encourage you to always do your own research and form your own opinions. Nothing one person says on this podcast goes for everyone here. Each individual speaking is speaking only for themselves and no one else on the podcast. Now that that's out of the way, let's get started.
All right. Bring us in, Kristen.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Yeah, No, I Know. If you're watching on YouTube, we're also on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that good stuff if you just want to hear audio. And then if you're on just audio, we are also on YouTube.
If you want to see our beautiful faces.
Yeah, we put a lot of time and effort into these outfits for you.
Fake eyelashes and all, guys. Come on. Get on
Yep.
YouTube.
What was that? I don't know what that was.
Oh
I
my
thought it was
goodness.
us like
shaking?
yeah.
I
I don't know.
Yeah, we need to get our little sound effects in check. Jenna's got like
know,
bangs.
so
You look so
far
cute.
away.
You're banging.
Hairdresser humor.
Sorry.
You look cute. You look like a little sorority girl
She
or like
does.
I'm going like from Chrissy from Three's Company.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, the old show?
Or like the mom on Mean Girls.
I'm a cool mom.
I'm a cool mom.
Yeah, that works. I'll take it.
Yeah. So what are we chatting about today? Today we're going to talk about horoscopes and like kind of when we were born and all that good stuff.
Maybe how much
Yeah.
we relate to our stereotypes of.
Yeah, can we
Horoscopes?
relate
Yeah.
to it? Do we
Well,
think
if
it's
you-
horseshit?
If you guys have been listening from the beginning, I think it was one of the first episodes. We like blanked out what I said my horoscope was.
Yeah.
And then we said,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
do one on that. So we're finally following
Yeah.
through with
Yeah.
that,
Okay.
talking about horoscopes and all that fun stuff. And we're definitely like not experts in it. I probably
No.
out of the three of us have done the most research. I just find it all really fascinating. I tread lightly because of my biblical beliefs as well, but I just find it all really fascinating. I don't live my life by it, but
No.
I find it really fun. And so talk about astrology and horoscopes. And if you've heard of birth charts, we're going to talk a little birth chart stuff. So
And I never know how to read those. Like, what's your
No.
rising, whatever. Like, I never know.
I know a little bit. There's
How to
like
read.
this much information and I know like a fraction of it, but
I bet you listeners on YouTube can probably drop some info in the comments. I'm sure there's a lot of people listening
Yeah.
that know a lot about it. And once they hear kind of our birth times and birth dates and all that, they can kind of tell us what they know too.
yeah. So, okay, you are let's start with like what we are.
I would love to know what people think we are.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Ooh.
what do you think each of us are if you've been watching our podcast for any
Don't
length
cheat
of time?
and fast forward and then come back and comment.
Yeah, the only thing is that you just had your birthday and everyone kind of knew that.
Yeah, but you just reminded them.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I'm a Sagittarius.
I am a Gemini.
And I'm a Taurus.
Okay, when you guys say what you are, do you feel like people are instantly going to judge you? Because I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Geminis kind of have a bad rap.
Yeah,
They're
do.
like, ooh, the twins.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Which-
she's
Oh,
got
really?
an evil
Like,
side.
know
or
that.
It's so true. No, I'm
she's
just kidding.
so two-faced.
You said it. No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
no, no. I've just heard it a lot.
Yeah.
And on behalf of all Geminis, I do not think that we are two-faced. I just think that we let a lot of things go until the point that we don't anymore. And then you see the other side.
Actually, I will agree with
Okay.
that because my mom's a Gemini and she's like my best friend. And she is, you and my mom are a lot like, no wonder I like you.
Oh, there
Yeah,
you go.
You should meet my mom.
I did
She-
for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, she is.
Well, if she invited us over for Thanksgiving, we would have.
Oh, that's right. I'm like, wait, what? Sorry, confused me for a second. Yeah, she is like give, and then if you do her wrong, she's like, boom, done.
You're
you
dead.
see that other twin, and
Yes.
you don't want to see that side of my mom.
You don't at all. And we're kind of chameleons, I feel like. Like, I can get along with anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody. And I can see their point of view, and I can kind of like play devil's advocate, and I can do all of those things. And it's not two-faced. It's just I can see both sides. Now, but then
I'm
when
like literally have an epiphany. Like, you were my mom.
well, and you're the same as my daughter.
Aw, I love Skylar.
So, I mean, there's obviously that here.
What is my daughter gonna be?
She's gonna be a Taurus.
Same as my daughter and same as Brooklyn.
Oh, Sky's a Taurus. Oh, that's right. She's
That's right.
No
Yeah.
wonder.
Duh.
So there is something. So there's so there's your horoscope, right? Which is like what we said: Sagittarius, Virgo, Libra, Cancer, Leo, whatever. And then you have a sign. So there's your Earth signs. Like, so if I'm correct, I could double check. We'll look it up. But I know as a Taurus, I'm an Earth sign. Earth signs get along great with other Earth signs. I believe you are one of the fire signs.
That checks out.
Yeah, and I believe you're a water sign.
Air.
Oh, you're air. Okay, I was gonna say you're either air or water. Yeah. So, but Earth signs get along so good with other Earth signs. Like, I've never met another Earth sign that I'm like, I don't just instantly click with. Like, they just ground me. I love Earth signs. But one of my best friends is a Sagittarius too. So it's something. I like a little fire in my life.
All right.
Sweet. Well, I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one that feels judged when they say their sign. Because I'm always like, Gemini.
I feel like Gemini.
Please don't hate me.
I feel like Gemini and Cancer are kind of like.
See, I think Taurus. Because bull.
I love
They're
being
a bull. You're like, oh, okay, like, you know. But when it's funny though, because, okay, this is what I think about Tauruses.
Tell me.
I think that most Tauruses have a very like go with the flow, very like happy, like whatever, you know, exterior. But I think they're also very sensitive on the inside, like extremely sensitive. And that is when the bull comes out.
Yeah. I've heard the sensitive thing because I was like, tell me everything I need to know about Tauruses. Yeah. I'm having one. And there was like a lot of the same stuff, like stubborn, homebody, foodie, and love.
We love comfort.
Yeah, comfort, to be comfortable. And then what were you just said? My freaking brain. And I was
Sensitive.
sensitive. Yes.
Yeah, I want to look up more. I mean, obviously I've looked up all my stuff and I know a lot of it, but yeah, Tauruses, some of the things, like, we're very loyal people.
Yes,
like,
loyal.
when you are in our circle, you are in. When you are out, you are done. Like, you are dead to us. Like, kind of very similar to Gemini in that aspect.
Yeah,
but
loyalty is everything.
But because we're earth signs, like, we just want like a cozy blanket or, you know, be at home, and we're kind of, we can be homebodies. But it's funny because also I relate being an earth sign to, I'm not a water girl. I don't like the ocean. One time, I think I talked about in another episode that I was on a cruise ship and I had a full-on panic attack, which I've never really had before. And I think it's because I wasn't grounded. Like, I'm a Taurus. I'm a bull. Like, I want to be on the land. Like, I'm not like prissy, like, oh, I don't want to be in the water. It's like, no, I want to like just like take me camping or mud bogging. Like, I don't want to be in the middle of ocean where I don't feel grounded. The second we got to land, I like instantly felt better. There was something weird about it. So I don't know.
But I'm an air sign and I don't like being in airplanes.
That is weird.
And
Actually,
I'm a
you
fire
still-
sign, but I don't like being in fire. That's not fun for anyone.
Wow, that's weird.
Wait, do you
I
like
thought
the
you
heat
would
or
have
do you like
liked
the
that.
cold?
What?
Do you like the heat or do you like the cold? Do you like winter or
Heat.
summer? Me too.
I'm always cold.
Me too. Same Z's.
It's kind of funny that I'm dating a fireman and I'm a fire
Oh,
Oh, there you go. See, maybe there's something to it here.
sign. He's
Okay.
very patient for me, which is good.
So here's the thing. So, okay, have you guys heard of birth charts before?
Yes.
Okay. So for people who haven't heard of birth charts, from my understanding, it's kind of like where the planets were aligned when you were born.
Okay,
The place that you were at on Earth, the time that you were born, and how the planets were aligned. And so, for example, like, everyone knows that the moon affects the tides, right? It has a
Right.
gravity pull. So it's kind of like there is some sort of, I don't know, emotional, gravitational, some sort of pull, like the planets affect us is basically what it's saying, I guess. And so the planets that make the most difference are the ones that rotate around the Earth the most. So the sun every 24 hours, the moon, what's it, every week or 2 weeks, whatever it is? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. But the next closest to us, what are like Venus, Mars, and then you get all the way out to Pluto, which Pluto's still a planet, right, girls?
I think so, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
You
they
didn't
changed
hear about that?
it. Yeah, they said
like-
it was like a star now or something.
Yeah.
I hear about that, but in my book, like, it's still a planet.
Like,
That's how I learned
if you want to do cancel culture, you can't cancel Pluto, okay? Poor little Pluto.
Well, and this all depends on like your day that you were born, the time that you were born, and where you were born, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so you're January
December 12th.
December 12th.
I was born on December 12th on a Monday at 10:09 a.m. in San Diego. Kaiser Permanente, to be exact.
Brooklyn, what are you?
Oh, so I, May 18th, 91, and I was born in Fallbrook, California.
Are you writing this down?
I'm writing it down too.
Oh, I already
so we
looked up
have
our
it.
birth charts.
Oh, well, okay, so I have this friend who she also will do it for us, like while you're doing that.
Oh, cool.
And
Okay.
she looks up the relationships between us.
Oh.
So, like, there's certain significant things between the three of us.
I wish I had my book here.
Well, yeah, so she has the book, so she's going to look it up first.
Cool.
She's, so I'm trying to get all the information. Kristen, December 12th, 10:09 a.m., San Diego, California.
Oh, and I was like 3:45 in the morning, something
Brooklyn,
like that.
May 18th. Oh, wait, I didn't get the year. What year, Kristen?
88.
1988.
I bought that book when I met
Wait,
Nick,
yeah.
and I wanted to look and see, but I couldn't figure out how to read it
Sorry,
properly.
what time?
3:45 a.m.?
3:44, yeah.
And, okay. And where were you born?
So,
This baby is
me?
moving.
Yeah, Fallbrook. I was born in a tiny hospital that is no longer there anymore.
Aw. They ripped down my elementary school, and every time I drive by it in Santee, I'm like,
Oh, sad.
I
Yeah.
remember when I smuggled a little eyeshadow palette to preschool in that little playground right
That's
there.
so funny. Okay, so let's talk about Kristen first.
Yeah.
So with her birth chart, so she has her sun sign, which is Sagittarius. Sun in Sagittarius. So your sun sign represents vitality, a sense of individuality, and outward shining creative energy. So kind of like, I guess, how people see you outwardly. That's your sun sign. So usually they're a little bit cheerful, friendly. People are generally on the go. They love freedom and disdain for routine.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't relate more. I hate routines. Like, if I have like appointments throughout the week, it gives me anxiety. I'm like, ugh, I got that one thing in the middle of the week. Like, I love to just be able to kind of get up and do what I want to do when I want to do it. And that's why I'm so grateful I work at home and do what I do, because like, it just gives me so much life.
See, I love this. So we can kind of like dissect it as we go. Like, does this sound like you? Like,
Yeah.
so I know my birth chart. I've read it before, not in a long time. But these two, we're like doing this fresh. So she
Yeah.
hasn't heard this before or anything. So
I would say generally I'm not super cheerful. I would say like I can be in good
I
moods
think you
and be like
are.
that. If I'm in a bad mood, I'm definitely not. Like, don't
Right.
even fucking look at me. If I'm in a bad mood. Like,
look at me.
I don't think we've ever seen you in a bad mood then.
yeah, no, not really, I guess, huh?
That's good. Haven't pissed her off yet. That fire sign. No thanks. It says you are independent and have a taste for travel and freedom. You're curious and fair-minded. Possible issues is that you're too adventurous and may leave things to chance and may take risks which cause problems. She is rebellious and sometimes tactless when offering opinions.
Well, that's spot on. Yeah, I do lack tact. That's something I've had to like learn.
I refer to that as boldness.
Yeah, I've had to learn to say things a little differently. You know, I'd have to say, like, I started to say things to myself that I plan to say to someone else or to Nick, and I'm like, that's fucking rude. If he said that to me, that would piss me off. And I'm like, okay, yeah, let's rephrase that.
Yeah. Okay. So your sun sign, so Gemini, it says that you have the urge for self-expression. These natives are often just as interested in collecting information as they are in sharing it. curious to a fault, and Geminis have a finger in every pie.
I would say that's like so accurate based on what I know of you.
Guilty.
I would
Like
say
you did
that
all
too.
the research the last episode we did,
Uh-huh.
and like you do have your finger in a bunch of different things.
Uh-huh.
Look at your closet upstairs. You love to express yourself.
Yes.
Look at your hair this time. Whose hair even is that? We don't know, but it looks amazing.
Some chick from some other country.
Yeah. It says they enjoy intellectual conversation and are easily bored if they're not getting enough mental stimulation.
Yeah.
I feel like that's one reason that like you're with Ken is he
Yes.
like mentally stimulates you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's a very smart person.
And that's why I don't like going to social events because
Yeah.
I mean, if it's like an educational,
Like small talk and just
yeah,
dumb
like I don't want to
shit.
sit here and small talk. Like I enjoy this immensely. Like I love quality conversation.
Right.
I don't want to go and bullshit.
Yeah.
For, oh God, that sounds.
Dating would be awful.
I never had to date. Really,
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
it's crazy.
I didn't really have
went
too
from
much
marriage
either.
to marriage,
Yeah.
baby to marriage to marriage,
Me
baby
too,
daddy.
basically. Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, well, since we're doing sun signs, I'll just say.
So wait, what does that mean exactly? Sun sign? Like that's where the sun.
That's how people
was?
see you. I think, right?
But it is where the sun was when you were born, right?
Well, so your sun sign is Sagittarius. Like, so yeah, the whole birth chart essentially, from my understanding, is where you were on Earth and how the planets were aligned around you and what, horoscope or whatever they were in.
Okay.
Because they go, I wish we had an astrologist to explain this. Like they go through each
Orbit.
Yeah. They orbit into another horoscope sign. Okay. So for example, so I used to like really get into this stuff. And one time we were randomly at this barbecue and this lady kept hanging out with us. And like, we didn't know who she was kind of like a freeloader. We're like, who's this chick? She was like taking our drinks and stuff. And we're like, okay. Well, then I start talking with her. She's an astrologist. And I had like way too many Trulies and just went down this rabbit hole talking with her. And the way she explained it to me is so like each planet represents something differently. So for example, Pluto, I believe she said it represents like our economy and stuff like that that's going on in the world. And she said it goes into a new horoscope, I think every 13 years. And so she said you can she's like you can historically look it up. Every time that Pluto was in a fire sign, those are the years of the world wars that happened. And Pluto went into Taurus around the year that President Trump was elected. And this is not a political statement at all. This is saying she was like Taurus, when Pluto went into Taurus and it affects the economy and stuff like that, Taurus wants financial security. We're like business-minded kind of people. We love and crave security and, that kind of entrepreneurship mindset. And so she's like, that's why he got elected was because Pluto just went into Taurus. So that's what she said to me. I just thought like, wow, how crazy that you can look up the years of the world wars and know that Pluto was in a fire sign at that time.
How did you feel
make sense?
about? I mean, yes, it does. That does make sense. I mean, that's good. I didn't even know all that. But can you what about when recently they were like, oh yeah, everyone's signs are changing, and they changed the dates? I was like, oh hell no.
I know.
I am a Sagittarius. You want to
Yeah,
switch
no.
that? And now Nick's on the cusp.
Yeah, I think I would. What would you have changed to then?
Mine was still the same, supposedly, because I was enough in the middle, I guess.
Well, Nick
What
is
was
on
on
the
the
cusp anyways. So Nick's birthday is the day after my son. So my son is July 22nd. And I was like, no offense, Cancers, but I was like, I want my son to be a Leo, not a Cancer. And I thought the cutoff date was the 20th. I look on the internet and half the things say that my son is a Cancer and the other half say that he's a Leo, and Nick's the 23rd. So he might be safe in the Leo realm. I don't know. I think my son is the cusp. But in a world where we can decide what we want to be, my son identifies as a Leo, not a Cancer. So so I even, my mother-in-law got him something that said that he's a Leo. I'm like, thank you. He's a Leo.
I don't know if mine
I'm
changed.
so distracted. This child is just kicking my insides.
Oh, baby girl.
Yeah, she's just kicking around.
Wait, I want to feel it.
I don't know if you can. She's down here kicking right now. I don't know if she'll kick when you're. Yeah.
It's because you're drinking something cold.
Did you feel
Oh
it?
yeah.
Maybe she's.
Oh, I just felt her.
She might be kicking like the other side. There she's good.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, I miss that feeling.
It's such a cool feeling. Like, I love feeling that throughout the day. I'm like, it makes me smile every time. I'm like, oh, you're growing big and strong.
Oh, I miss him in my belly.
I know. He's so cute out of your belly, though.
He is.
I just
love
miss
him.
them being babies.
I know. That's what I was like, that must like suck when your kid's like a year old. Like, I feel like I have to pop out another one. Like, okay, I need another baby now.
I can't believe Jensen's going to be 6 months in a few days.
It's
and
so crazy.
It's so insane to me. Like, we just started, like, he slept in his room for the first time last night.
that's what
And
you
I
said.
cried, you guys.
Aw.
My husband had to, like, comfort me. And I was so sad. I'm like, I miss him.
I was watching because I was doing homework, and I watched our first podcast.
Oh, gosh.
And I was like, oh my God, Brooklyn was pregnant. Like, we were talking about how
I was
she
a
was.
whale.
No,
Oh my gosh.
You were cute.
You were so cute pregnant.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It was like, gosh, that feels like forever ago, but like
I
not.
know. I know, but not at the same time.
So weird.
And now you're there.
That's how I
'Cause
feel
you weren't
pregnant.
then.
No. And that's how I feel pregnant
Or
because I'm
were
like,
you?
it's gone by so slow. It might have been sometime
Gosh,
during
I don't
the
know.
I was going through the miscarriage when we were in Palm
June,
Springs.
yeah.
So,
That was before the podcast.
yeah. So I probably wasn't.
Yeah, we filmed end of July, I think.
Yeah, because we filmed the week that I had Jensen. We filmed on Monday and I
Yeah,
had
we
him
were
on
in
Thursday.
preparation for her being
Yeah.
gone and me taking.
I
She
wasn't
had her
pregnant.
baby the year that the month that I took Dylan to college.
Yeah, no, I wasn't pregnant.
Okay.
No,
But-
you-
And then you
feels-
must have gotten pregnant like the next month then, right?
When did I get pregnant? Oh, I should know this. I want to say it was like August 15th.
Okay. Yeah, so it's the next month.
Yeah.
there you go.
I mean, we were kind of trying, so. Yeah. But it's gone by so slow, but so fast at the same time.
Yes.
It's like, how am I still pregnant, not able to drink alcohol and sprouts and things like that? But like also, holy crap, I just got the 4D ultrasound of her and I can like see her features and stuff. I'm like, okay, it's going by so fast. Okay, anyways, back to sun signs or whatever.
So I feel like most people know about sun signs. That's kind of the like basic generic thing. And then there's your moon sign. So from my understanding, it's sun sign is how you are outwardly. The moon sign is kind of how you are inwardly, which to me is so fascinating because I feel like this is what affects people more so than even their sun sign. Just for my
Affects
own.
other people?
No, if, like when you hear this description, like how you are outwardly is one thing, but how you are inwardly, like no one really knows that except for you. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes I don't even know who I am, but tell me.
Well, look at serial killers, for instance. Like,
What are you
Like,
trying to say?
Ted Bundy, he was so personable.
Yes.
And like people loved him and
Yeah.
women loved him and he was a fucking psycho.
Yeah.
I wonder what his moon sign was. So it says the moon represents the emotional responses, unconscious predestination, and the self-image. The moon represents the emotions. Yeah, so basically how you express yourself when at home, at ease, and comfortable. Basically everything from the inside. My mom's calling me. Sorry, Mom. I gotta ignore your phone call right now. So your moon sign, Kristen, is Aquarius. So it says in short description, she's sociable, intelligent, and lucid. Thanks to great social ability, she has many friends. She's modern, original, inventive, nonconformist, and is likely to bring new life to everything she does. Potential issues, she is eccentric with sharp mood swings and has a complex love life. Do you have a complex love life?
No. No. And when I was still dating, I was rarely ever dating anyone going on dates because I'm so picky. And if you can't stimulate me mentally, and
Do you have sharp
I'm
mood
attracted-
swings?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
One thing, I can be in a great mood and one little thing will piss me off and I need like about a good 30 minutes to like get out of that little funk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And make sure it doesn't snowball. But yeah, that's I would say
Pretty accurate.
pretty accurate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your moon sign, Jenna, is Aries. So let's see what that means. Moon sign.
Mine said many friends though. I don't relate to that. I mean, I do
I
have,
have a lot of followers.
Yeah,
they are
right?
my friends,
They
honestly.
are.
Like that is my girl gang.
I'm
You
sure
guys.
a lot of women feel like they're friends with you.
They do, and I do.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's true, I guess.
Yeah. Just
But-
different definition of friends.
Yeah, in real life, I don't really ever leave my house. I'm kind of a hermit, so.
Well, that's the only way you can have that many friends then.
I'm trying to look up yours. I must have not. I was trying to like just screenshot things. Okay, here we go. So with your moon sign,
What'd you say it was again?
Aries.
Aries.
So nothing quite happens soon enough with this position of the moon. Jenna to a T. It says, there is an inherent impatience with getting what they want. Life is a series of emergencies for lunar Arians.
I can so relate to that too, though.
They live in the moment and have a hard
Right.
time waiting for things to happen. Yeah,
I
feel like-
mean, I don't think you could define me any more clearly or accurately.
says this is
Yeah.
a very fiery position of the moon.
Yeah. If I'm not doing 3 things at once, I'm useless.
Yeah, I can relate to that too, actually.
That's really funny.
And I'm very impatient for things to happen too. I do things wrong half the time because I'm just like, okay, I just
Yep.
want it done.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why Ken's like, me and we butt heads because he
He's
like will
stop,
take,
slow, do it right. Yeah.
yes, but he'll do it even better than right.
Yeah. I mean, look at our microphones. They're like attached to our chairs and
I
shit.
mean, who has that?
Pretty cool. We do.
Yeah. I love this. So
Yeah,
I
no,
I
I
didn't
know.
talk about Taurus as a sun sign, but since your daughter's going to be a Taurus, I love this. It says, although hardworking, their fixed and comfort-loving nature sometimes makes them appear lazy. This is only because they separate work and leisure so well. When they work hard. And when they play, they don't really play as much as they relax. So I feel like that's a really, like, I'm very big on, like, when I'm working. When I'm off. And I'm like, I have to, like,
Yeah, there's a
disconnect
clear
from
line.
that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see that with
relate.
you.
And I could see that, like, that could come across as, like, lazy, but it's me being like, no, I need that boundary, like, that
I
separation.
wish I could do that.
Yeah, I have no line.
If I'm trying to watch a TV show that I like, I'll grab my computer and I'm
Absolutely.
like, oh, what can I link right now? What can I
Yep.
add to my list? And I need to make a blog post right now too.
Absolutely.
I need
Yep.
to write down some YouTube video ideas.
Yep. All day yesterday, organizing, cleaning, having YouTube playing, taking notes, sending
And you got a
Faith-
podcast going.
Yep, all of it.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It says she is strong-willed and has charm.
Aww.
I have charm. I'm just kidding.
I love
It
it.
also says the weakness, she can be materialistic. Oops. Okay, but we're talking about
Can't we all?
moon signs. My moon sign is Cancer, and from my understanding, Cancer rules the moon. So it's a very powerful moon sign. I'm curious if it
Oh,
says
that's
that
funny. That goes for my daughter too, actually.
she's really
No, Taurus, because you were reading for Taurus for her daughter.
yeah
It's all three of you. Your daughter,
yeah.
her,
Yeah.
and
for the
mine.
sun sign, not the moon sign.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so she could have a different moon sign. Moon, let's see, moon in Cancer, likable and social, very sensitive to environmental conditions and surroundings. She likes home, habits, and comfort in her little world, very caring and protective of loved ones, and she's impressionable and too sensitive.
That's you?
That's
your moon
me,
sign?
my moon sign, yeah.
I thought it was funny that it said sensitive to environmental whatever because when we were at work and you had that allergy attack and we had to call the ambulance.
Oh my gosh.
I was pregnant. I thought I
I know,
couldn't
it's
breathe, Jenna. Jeez.
It was just like out of nowhere. Like you've never had that in your life, but like something was in the air that day. And
Yeah,
like
that was weird.
It was just random.
Oh,
I'll never
no.
forget that. We were doing an interview too.
Yeah. Okay, so did you guys ever, like, when you were dating someone, did you ever look up
Oh yeah.
to see your compatibility?
That's why I bought that book that's in Nashville at my house that I don't know how to read because I got it when I met Nick. I was like,
What's
I'm not
the book
leaving shit to
called?
chance. I need to know. I don't
Okay.
remember. It's something about love and like the relationships. I don't know. I bought it on Amazon used a long time ago.
Well, my girl Brooklyn's sending me these things that are like the three of us.
the other Brooklyn, not me.
My other Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Okay, so where do we go from here? We talked about sun sign, moon sign.
So, okay, let me say this, because if people are curious what I'm looking up and like reading on my phone, what someone showed me, it's called cafeastrology.com, and that's where you can obtain your free birth chart, or they call it a free natal chart, and you can type in where you were born, the time you were born, and it'll give you your whole chart. Now, let me just say this, like, there is so much information. You're like scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and there's things that are trine, and there's all these like crazy words, and I don't understand what all that means. But if you want to look it up, I think it's really fun. I'll just say, like, whenever I've done this, I feel like someone wrote this like biography on me that I've like never met before. Like, it's when you read it, you're like, whoa. Like, it's really weird. And I really haven't met anyone who hasn't felt that way about it. So I find it fascinating. I don't like live my life by it. Like I said, I believe in Jesus and the power of the Holy Spirit, you know, but I just find it fascinating. Like, I think maybe Jesus created all of this.
That's how I actually look at it. Is I feel like there's like, I feel like there are earthly like explanations as to like miracles and things that have happened. Does that mean that they're not miracles? No, it just means that God created things to be able to do that. Like back in the Bible days when like the sun was gone for a day or whatever. Like I feel like he did that so that we can look back and see that it actually happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. So I think one day, maybe 1,000 years from now, we're going to see how this all works together, and God always uses things for his purpose. So that's how I feel. And I feel like this could, you know, prove one day that he has created these things. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Yeah.
So it says Venus, just to like kind of give you guys a description of what the other planets mean. So Venus represents an interest in emotions and values, exchange and sharing with others. Your Venus is in Scorpio. You attract others with their intensity and willingness to
who's
commit.
you?
Kristen.
We should say names because people on podcasts won't be able to know.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'll read what yours is in a second. Mercury represents communication.
Is that you?
No, just meaning what the different planets represent. Does that make sense?
No. I'm lost.
So the sun sign represents how you are outwardly. The moon sign represents how you are inwardly. And then it's saying Mercury represents communication in your life.
What does Mercury mean to each of us?
So your specific, you have a sign for each planet.
A sign for each planet?
So your sign, your sun sign is Sagittarius. Your moon sign, what did we say, was Aquarius?
How is that sorted out? By where you're born and what?
And what time?
Time.
Where
So
they were
are
like.
you trying to say this is how she communicates?
I guess. It says Mercury represents communication and logical spirit. Her Mercury sign is Sagittarius as well. And then it gives you a description of what that means. Enthusiastic, humorous, sometimes moralistic. She has strong opinions and can be often eager to share them. Does that sound like Kristen? I don't know.
No. Not at all.
Venus represents an interest in emotions and values, exchange and sharing with others. So I just have Kristen's pulled up right now. So Kristen's, your Venus is in Scorpio. Venus and Scorpio people attract others with their intensity and willingness to commit. They have a strong and concentrated manner, which suggests their feelings run deep. Oh. Their actions in love tend to promise deep commitment and sexual pleasure.
Oh.
Ow! Twiddle that tic-tac. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then
You missed a few.
You need to go back and watch the last episode.
What's your gate code again for Andy?
7025?
What apps do you guys use while they're sorting that out? I want to know what apps you guys look at because I know CoStar is a big one that people really like to use.
Yeah.
I really like to look at the moon and stuff because I swear, I don't know, Mercury in retrograde.
Yeah, we ought to talk about that.
Yeah. So the last time when I was going to get my hair done, my map like was wigging out and sent me the wrong way like 3 different times. And then my car wouldn't play music and Bluetooth and it would go on and off. And last night, oh my gosh, I just remembered this. I'm laying down and literally starting to drool. Like I'm passing out. And a YouTube video that was paused on my like turned off monitor started playing in the other room. Okay. And I got up and then it stopped like when I was a few feet from the door. Just stopped playing.
That's weird.
And so a lot of weird stuff. And before I even knew that it was Mercury retrograde, I texted her and I was like, is it Mercury retrograde or something?
I was doing your hair because it was the day after State Board came in to the salon.
Yeah.
And you had a day. I had a day. Like just the weirdest things happened. And
State Board and credit card fraud. Same day.
And she dropped a smoothie all over her. And I texted her and I was like, is it like Mercury retrograde or what? And then as soon as I sat down in your chair, I Googled it. And that exact day was the first day of Mercury retrograde.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't know. Electronics go haywire for me and things don't work properly.
Yeah, they say like communication, don't make big
Soft.
decisions, and
Yeah.
yeah, everything's just kind of, it's
Speaking of astrologists too, this just popped in my head. I learned this from 90 Day Fiancé, but apparently in India, they religiously like go by their astrologers and like what they say.
Oh yeah, I saw that on Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh, really?
They did something like that, right?
I don't know. I don't know if I remember that, but I definitely saw it. Like the parents of Sumit were like would like talk to the astrologer to kind of see like when her son should get married and things like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know Koreans are really big on certain dates and things like that too. Like there's certain days because our business partners with Arctic Fox are Korean, and they like wouldn't make decisions on certain days. And I don't know exactly what they are because I'm not very knowledgeable about it, but it's interesting.
that is interesting. So, okay, I looked up some of our compatibility stuff on this site too.
Yes, I have that too, right here for us.
Ooh, okay.
It's
for
a little,
you guys or for
for
your
all of us.
spouses?
No, for all of us.
Oh, okay.
Us three.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
So this one's for me and you, Brooklyn.
Okay. I'm listening.
Gemini and Taurus. It says practical Taurus and whimsical Gemini have different approaches to life. Taurus doesn't like to take risks, while Gemini loves exploring new horizons. The bull craves security, while the twins yearn for variety. When these two signs do form a friendship, it's usually on the basis of mutual interest. Both Taurus and Gemini place a strong emphasis on hobbies. There's a good chance they could connect in a cooking, foreign language, or art class or workshop or podcast. Taurus appreciates Gemini's brilliant insights, while Gemini admires Taurus's great taste.
I feel like that's pretty like fucking accurate.
Yeah, pretty close. I don't disagree with anything.
No.
Do you admire my great taste, Jenna?
I do. I think you're pretty cute.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, so then let's see, Gemini and Sagittarius. Gemini likes fiction, while Sagittarius prefers biographies. The twins want to hear all the glory details, while the archer is only interested in the big picture. Geminis can see many sides of a given issue, while Sagittarius insists there is only one truth. Although these two signs come at life from radically different directions, they can still form a solid friendship. They both love to travel. A shared love of the written word is another bond. In addition, these two are great students. Their friendship is a miniature classroom.
That's really funny.
I
don't know what that means.
To some of that.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
That's
A miniature
funny.
classroom. Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Sagittarius and Taurus. Stable Taurus can have a hard time connecting with adventuresome Sagittarius. The bull loves peace and quiet, while the archer craves excitement. Finding common ground is difficult, but it can be done. Both of these signs are straightforward. Therefore, they approach each other's honesty. When Taurus wants to know if they are being cheap or stubborn, Sagittarius will tell them. If Sagittarius is wondering whether they are behaving irresponsibly, Taurus will say so. This is a friendship grounded in reality checks. I have no idea where this came. She just sent this to me. So
That's funny.
That's
Yeah,
cool
it's
that she's
interesting.
Sending those. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I looked up the relationship ones with our spouses. That's what I looked up.
oh, cool.
I looked up. One of the things was pretty funny that it said for you and Nick that they talk about sextile, like planets or whatever, just kind of how your sex life is, I guess. It says this is an excellent aspect of your relationship. They boost each other's confidence and fill each other with enthusiasm.
Fill each other with enthusiasm.
Or
me up.
babies.
Or babies.
Babies.
And let's see. Yeah, pure sexual attraction can unite the couple. They feel as if they have an ideal partner. So
I mean, he did kiss me on the first date, and we definitely banged it out on the first date. So
There you go.
and this I love about you and Ken because it says they're able to solve problems when they put their heads together. There is a respect for each other's intelligence and a good understanding between the two persons with intellectual interests and commons. Similar. Yeah. This aspect can show a meeting of the minds. They stimulate each other to be more creative and expressive.
I mean, that's pretty accurate.
It is, right?
That's crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
I think it's really crazy.
And what about you and Andy?
Let's see. Okay, so Andy and I, one of the things it says positive aspect. We're an ideal couple, prosperous, happy, good intellectual understanding, and great confidence in each other, and a successful family life.
Nice.
So, challenging aspect. Let's see if this is right. They frequently are impatient with each other. It's probably more like I'm impatient with him, if I'm being honest. They should make an effort not to continually challenge one another's ideas or opinions. I agree. I think he should make an effort not to challenge my ideas or my opinions. So I don't know. It's pretty fun. I always made it a point, like when I was dating and stuff, like to not look stuff like that up like right away. Because I feel like it can shift your perspective. You know, like get to know someone on your own first and see if it works. And then it's kind of fun to like look those things up. But don't like jump to it and like live your life by it, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What was my to work on? I didn't hear.
Oh, on your relationship one? Let's see. I can take a look at that.
I think
your challenging aspect.
Mine should say the same exact thing as what you just read.
I feel like mine would too.
Yeah.
I love what it says. It says, when analyzing compatibility, always use your own logic and intuition to put these influences together. So there you go. Use your own, logic. But let's see. Challenging aspect. Their relationship can sometimes be agreeable, sometimes disturbed. They tend to like to share their ideas that are not always to the other's taste, so that they may have interminable discussions in order to convince each other of their mistakes, lack of judgment, or lack of taste. It's best to be aware of this bickering tendency to overcome it, as it can slowly eat away at a relationship.
Yeah, I could see that.
It also says positive aspect. This union could be favorable and lasting if Venus is really looking for a mature person to be with. I don't know who Venus, maybe that's you. You got the Venus. He's got the penis. Oopsies. Let's see if there was the challenging one for Jenna. The two persons are drawn towards each other, but the union can be unstable at times, largely because there will inevitably be division, probably through misunderstanding on romantic levels, which may frustrate the partner.
Yep.
Does that sound like you guys?
Sounds like us.
There you go. That's a weird thing. It's like, yeah, you read these things. Like I said, I don't live my life by it, but every time I read it, it's like I feel like it's always pretty spot on most of the time,
There's probably aspects of all of those that people can relate to in some way or another.
Like they're just vague.
Yeah. Everyone
Maybe.
bickers about their ideas. Like,
yeah.
It'd be interesting to be like, okay, what are your biggest challenges in your relationship? You tell me, and then I see what it says.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just fun. It's not like we're running out and gonna go, plan our day based on what this says. I'm sure there are people that are, and that's totally fine too. But like,
I used to really love, I wanted a tattoo of the little Taurus sign because I loved being a Taurus. But now I just think I don't know, I am who I am. I'm yes, I'm a Taurus, but that's just a part of who I am,
Yeah.
But I think it's fun. And what else was I gonna say? I don't remember.
yeah. Do you guys like your signs? Do you like being your sign?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One time
What about you?
I got called a bull in a china shop, and I've just learned I took it as a bad thing, and then I learned to embrace it, and I think it's because I'm a Taurus. I'm a bull in a china shop.
Yeah.
I used to think it was bowling ball in a china shop.
Oh my gosh, me too.
I learned this a few weeks ago that it wasn't.
I maybe a year ago I learned it, but yeah, I thought it was a ball, bowling ball in a china shop, and they're like, no, it's a bowl. And when they said that, I said, oh, no wonder I love it then.
Yeah.
That's so fun. I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Blondes.
It was hi, it's bowl in a china. I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're sure.
Yeah.
We're sure.
Do you like your sign?
Yes, but inwardly it is challenging.
Yeah.
It's challenging because like the whole like double personality, double thought, double like I am two extremes, and it's kind of like good to know that like not good to know that it's because I'm a Gemini, but good to know that like I don't know, am I the only one? Do you guys feel that way? Like, do you struggle with like this internal pull of like two completely different like personalities? I guess like
Yeah.
not bipolar, I swear, but like I feel like I am this really like outgoing person. I want to be this, but then I'm also this. You know?
Yeah. I can relate to that.
Yeah, I feel like one day to the next I can be
Yeah.
totally different. So it's a little bit of a struggle.
I agree. I can relate to that too when it comes to like how I dress, how I do my makeup, how I do my hair, how I like decorate my house. Like I have completely different things that I like. So
yeah.
yeah, and it's the same thing. I think it's like balancing work life and like personal life. One side of you wants this and one side of you wants that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, so I like it and I don't like it in some ways, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. We'll live.
And I don't know if I really I don't really buy into the whole like daily horoscope thing or monthly,
Yeah.
like in the back of the 17 magazine where it's
I don't
like
ever read
this
my
month-
horoscope.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, I
either.
do.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
do
don't-
you?
For fun. Yeah.
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 I mean, I don't even
don't
know where I
live
would
by it
read
or-
it. Like,
CoStar, the app you can
Oh,
look
I
up
see.
and
when I used to get magazines like way back in the day, I
Yeah.
would always turn to the back and be like,
That's
oh,
on,
what's
like-
my horoscope?
Yeah, back of like
Yeah.
17
Yeah,
magazine.
exactly. But like, I don't
Yes.
like seek it out. It's just when I get together with friends or you know whatever, then we'll be like, oh, let's look this up or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So we want to know what you guys think. Do you believe in horoscopes?
what sign are you?
Yeah.
Can you relate to it?
If
do you
know,
like it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you know more about your birth charts, do you know what your moon sign is or your rising sign? That's a fun one. Your rising sign, from my understanding, is how other people view you. Mine is the lady who I met who was the astrologist. She thought that I was an Aries because I was wearing red, and I love wearing red. That's like I call it like my power color. And she's like, oh, are you an Aries? I'm like, no, I'm a Taurus. And she goes, oh. And then we found out my rising sign is Aries, which is fire, and the color represents red, and they're very bold, and that's how like other people view you. So I don't know. I'd be curious what your guys' rising signs are.
I'm also curious what our horoscope is the day you listen to this. Copy and paste your horoscope that you find on the interwebs in the comments, and you can find yours. I mean, all the sites say different stuff every day, I think, but
Yeah.
I like the lucky numbers thing that it like tells you.
Oh. I don't know about
Well, that's
that.
because you do scratchers.
I do scratchers. I do. I like scratchers.
So does Andy. That's funny.
What's your favorite number?
8, 18.
Mine is 8.
Or
How funny.
huh?
8's a multiple of 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not really.
8
It's
is
not
like
a
our
multiple, 'cause
family
4 by
number.
4 times 4 is not 8.
No, but 4 plus 4.
Yeah, see, I didn't graduate high school, but 8 is divisible by 4. Is that what I'm
Divided by
meaning to
2.
say?
Yeah.
Yes.
8 divided by 2 is 4.
Yeah, 8's my favorite number. It's my dad's favorite number too.
That's our family number is 8.
Oh, really?
Like my sister was born at she was born at 108 on January 8th, like 108. And I'm the 18th, and we just have a lot of 8s in our family. So, yeah. I was hoping that Jensen was going to have an 8, but he started his own trend with the 2s. I believe in like kind of angel numbers, they call them, and he was 222. So, yeah. You said your number's 4.
4. Yep.
So,
All right. Well,
What's
that
your favorite
was
number?
Fun. Yeah, tell us all the information. If you know a lot about this, I would love to hear about like what you think about Gemini, Taurus, Sagittarius. Tell us what we don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, we will
that's it.
see you guys next time on our next episode of Yeah, No, I Know.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.